The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
I don't know what time it is where you are. But you have to know you're locked on
to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are culture crazy, right? Cardo dragged me to cricket.
We don't have no mics on, I don't know if you hear us.
Cardo dragged me to cricket.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Actually, no, we just randomly end up in the same cricket match at the same time. So even though, we just talk bad about West Indies, we still show up and support. We reach home now. We celebrated for 2 victories in a row. If you don't know what we're talking about, the West Indies beat India last week Thursday in Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
What?
Which was the third time that I actually went to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy to watch cricket. All the other times I've been there for FET.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I actually plan on ending today's program with showing the last over of that historical win.
You know what made it historical?
What's that?
Both of us was there.
Yeah. And
right.
the one time we actually didn't plan to go cricket together, we bunks up and win. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm never going
we
intentionally with you again.
Cricket again, yeah. Right. So we won on Thursday at Brian Lara Cricket Academy, and we also won on Sunday morning in the Providence Stadium in Guyana. Yeah.
And well, as of the airing of this particular episode, we'll see whether or not we're going up 3-0 or 2-1.
If we Arsenal, sorry.
Wow.
Football starting back, so we had to squeeze that in somehow.
I'm watching to see if it's something on my face is gray. Is that gray here?
On your face, yeah.
What did you is this way? Looking like
you want chalk dust?
I eating messy.
You want chalk dust?
God, father. Very good.
Yeah. I see where you try to do that, but I'm totally ignoring you. Cricket, it's going on. They're going across to Florida this weekend. So if you are listening to us in the US of A and you would like to partake in the cricket in Lauderhill in Florida, you could head across and do so. It's a lovely venue. I must admit, I've been there for a couple FETs myself. I'm really watching. I only went to these venues for FET.
No comment, No comment. But culture is your code, ain't?
Culture is my code, yeah, because FET is part of the culture, and that's where there's also host Miami Carnival, the Jubilee and the Mass.
Party is your principle. But
not at all.
Speaking of P words, we have to continue starting the people program properly.
Oh, sorry. Right. So we said the prayer already.
No, we didn't do the prayer.
We didn't say it. I said. So let's kick this off as we always do. Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us, and we going with our PD today because we don't know if Tony P is back, but we know that Tony D has been ably filling in for them. So give my P and give my D.
The P is for Providence, I guess, because we play in Guyana Stadium today, and the D would be for dotishness, boy.
Right, you see some of that this weekend.
This
oh my gosh, right?
Quite a weekend. And I want to officially take the opportunity to say happy belated Emancipation Day to Trinidad and Tobago. We were unavoidably absent last week.
I'll take the I'll put my hand up for that.
You know what the P and the D are for? Pan and drinks, because as of midnight that night, Joshua Regrello was performing some pan tunes, and there was admittedly some imbibation of some some drinks that night. So
Yeah,
happy belated birthday as well, Aaron.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
How much it is now?
This is my first year officially. I'm actually going to reveal my age. This is my first year off the play with chat, boy.
Ah, boy. So 37?
Yeah.
Is a prime number. You know what that means.
What's that?
You're in the prime of your life, bro.
Ah, boy, thank you very much. I would take that. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to say a special thank you to everybody that came out to the boat right last week. Everybody who supported. If it was buying that ticket and it didn't come, whatever way it was, it supported last week Monday. Thank you very much. Thanks very much to Joshua for coming and perform.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll return the favor at his birthday party next week Thursday.
I want to say thanks to the purchaser of one of the most fascinating shirts I've ever seen in my life, boy. The back of what, 120% satin, you know. I go post a pic. Look at see for this hashtag shirt boss we.
Yeah. Thank you very much to
The
that
purchaser.
to the purchaser
The
of the
shirts.
shoes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the men down on King's Wharf in San Fran
Right.
who went from hustling money for a park on our established construction site to building a full mini mart and offering ice and cold non-alcoholic beverages before persons board a boat ride.
And there's a little food on sale as well for
Yeah,
the
but it's still-
pre, during, and after.
They take a little long with the food.
I didn't
But-
try it myself. I do.
I didn't try it. A friend of mine, that's why the boat take long to sail. He buy food and we have to wait on him.
So you hold back a whole boat for a man to get for anyway. But yeah, on the development of the microeconomy,
Yeah.
I'd give
to
it.
those gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well done, fellas.
One of my I definitely agree with hanging my hat on
Right.
that this week.
I want to say a special good evening going out to two special ladies in my life.
Mm-hmm.
My auntie Lisa and my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
who donned some lovely African clothing at the Emancipation Village on Tuesday. I had to shout them out. I just get my style from somewhere and I must give credit where credit is due.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't argue that.
Yeah.
Emancipation. Why did Tuesday? I have no recollection what I did Tuesday.
That's not good enough.
Why the days
Yo,
blended.
watch West
one into
Indies get
another.
Chrome Tuesday, boy, by 200 runs.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, you remember being the avid supporter that I am. Even all now I'm in supportive cricket game. Yeah, that 200 was hard to watch, and it could have been way worse if it wasn't from some heroics from Moti in the end there. The tail line, helped make it. I can't even say respectable, but at least kept it from being record breaking.
Right. But as I always say, the love-hate relationship which we share with West Indies cricket is one that we share with a lot of our other patriotic and national teams here in the Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean. So we continue to implore that if you are able to support the West Indies team at their various games, or even by watching on TV or buying a jersey that is $495, please do so. All right. With that being said, I want to shout out the Jamaican women's football team for making it to the knockout stages of the Women's World Cup, which is ongoing in Australia.
Right.
They knocked out some heavyweights. Well, one particular heavyweight in their group, that was Brazil.
Yeah. Greedy ball?
Whoa. Wait a minute.
No, but it is what it is. Real theatrics and antics and no team football, boy.
I'm not going to say you talking about that and your star player right now, Busquets is already passed the ball to Messi on that team.
Then they are revamping an entire franchise. They have to do whatever it takes. Tickets go from $10 and $15 in the car park to $70 on sold out.
$486 most recently on Sunday night.
Well, so ease me up with that. Them fellas is communities are trying to establish.
I understand. They're playing the two-man game.
Who's your player? Wait, tell me what your player. What going on? Anyway, I'm not even getting into that. It happened the whole.
Who's my player? I don't have a player.
Exactly. How the whole football.
You know who my player is? Dwight York.
All right.
He's now retired.
Captain Patriot. I want to hang my hat to some of the community that we were linemen with in that cricket on Thursday. Boy, big up Krishna, a gentleman who was sitting right behind us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the partner they offered some quite lively commentary, and then to the brethren and them on the left hand side.
Yeah,
they're gonna get airtime too, man. This man give Hitmeyer a proper buff, which are going to play now. And that both result in Hitmeyer taking 3 catches and assisting in the run out. So
yeah.
So what I'm saying is big up Brethren, I should have take your name. And
Brethren had vibes in them.
Yeah. I'm going to be dropping 1 or 2 clips from the cricket on top of running the final over at the end of the program, man. That
cricket was a real nice line on Tuesday. I really appreciated that. Big up to my brethren that linked the ticket from her.
Big up you.
Because I really wasn't planning to go on Tuesday.
Hey, big up Lando, boy. The L in Lando is for
line.
Well, I don't know what to say again. As soon as this man get up and walk off, is that thing that has happened, right? Look. Anytime he watching sports and he leaves the room, that's when something has happened. And
you know, long time when you used to be watching cricket, then it used to show on local TV, right? And you could have only watched one channel because you was the remote now. Right. You had to get up and change the dial on the TV. I don't know if you remember being that remote for your parents.
Yeah, I did. I know how it go.
Right? And you get up and you go outside. All of a sudden, now we could go forward. So let's just say the lock stayed with Lando.
Yeah. As soon as the man get up and walk up, I turn around and I tell them fellas, I say, what's going to happen here?
No, but it worked with you too, you know?
Yeah, apparently.
The Ellen Mitchell is for luck.
Yeah. I can take that.
Yeah. As we talking sports and we talking about things to hang our hat on, I want to hang my hat on Ultimate Events. They would have been the group or the company that was responsible for putting together the opening ceremony at the Youth Commonwealth Games last week Friday at the Hasty Crawford Stadium. Right? I want to big up my mom and my dad. We took a family outing on Friday and we went to the stadium to take in the games. Admittedly, there were some hiccups because honestly in Trinidad, we'd already support sports. Because look at how much people went to the test match when they went in the Oval, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Right? So they only opened a certain portion of the covered stands at the Hasty Crawford Stadium, which was filled to capacity with patrons.
So they got bigger than expected.
They got a lot bigger turnout than they expected. So it caused a bit of a logistical nightmare in terms of getting the athletes into the stands to watch the actual ceremony as well. Right? But all things being kept equal, it was an excellent show. It was a privilege to see all these young athletes parading in Trinidad, because remember, it's being held simultaneously in Trinidad and Tobago. So a lot of athletes did not get to parade in Trinidad, but they viewed it live in Tobago. So it was really great to see a lot of these athletes from some countries I didn't even know were countries. You ever hear about the Falk Islands?
Yeah.
The Isle of Man?
Wait, no, the Isle of Man, you say?
Yes, the Isle of Man.
1 and or 2?
I think it's 1. Because they just had flags. They didn't have writing on.
Yeah.
On TV, can't remember, turn on YouTube, not on TV. Just go and search for Commonwealth Youth Games. Right? And you'll get to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, good vibes, man.
Right? So they didn't have names. Can't remember, I was in the stadium.
Right, so you
didn't see I was just seeing flags. I didn't even know some of them flags.
That's one of the advantages. Admittedly, of looking at a program from the comforts of your home or where, in whatever format of broadcasting?
Caro,
Mm-hmm.
we can't go on in tonight's program without taking a minute to acknowledge one of our loyal Facebook fans.
Dan, I had the pleasure of encountering once again, but this time with a different level of gratitude, the person who stands set apart from all other supporters in terms of the shares. Every single week, whatever project we on, whether it's Inquisitive Minds, whether it's Living Room, whether doing chit chat or whatever, Siobhan Dorset shares the post. And being able to see her win a little birthday gift on Sunday was amazing. To me, it was a case of karma. But it also left us with the opportunity, well, one, for me to say thanks, and two, to dedicate some time to saying happy birthday, Siobhan. God bless you. And thank you for being the supporter of positive content. Because Aaron and I have been working for years to produce positive content, and you've been right there alongside with us. So God bless you. Happy birthday. Aaron, you.
Happy birthday. I said, again, I know Siobhan from since I've been attending San Fernando Boys RC School. She has been an avid supporter of everything that I've been involved in. And she has also given me the privilege of being the godfather to a very talented daughter. I call myself an honorary Dorset. And that's why I was always big of Marabella. So, Siobhan, thank you very much for your support. Not just here in the living room, but your support as a longtime friend. So I want to say a very, 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 very happy birthday to you. And I hope that Janae and all your kids take good care of you today.
Hey, God bless you. God bless the Dorset family and one love. But back to the program.
All right. Admittedly, the largest cheer of the day, obviously, was reserved for Team TTO, that's Team Trinidad and Tobago, when we were the last country to grace the parade, as they call it, the Arapita stage. Right? So shout outs to Ultimate Events for a well put together opening ceremony. Shout outs to the two persons that read that script from start to finish, and I swear it was a recording.
Serious?
It's only after I saw somebody post a reel that they were there standing in the stands reading.
We have things to learn, boy.
Yeah, boy. So shout out, I think they didn't give their actual names. They only gave the names of the characters.
No.
Right? Which was a Pyro Grenade and a Modern Masquerader. So it was really good. Yeah. Shout out to all the persons that are volunteering at these games. I think some evening this week, I will be taking a trip to the National Cycling Center in Couva.
I thought we talked that already.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know how much
again.
Close hang up and thing waiting. You tell me we're doing Commonwealth Games this week. We had to support
All right, cool. Well, it's a family trip, huh?
So I gotta bring my whole family? Or yours going?
Mommy, Tyrell.
She making pilau?
I don't know if I can carry food in.
We could carry it up. I mean, I just looking for a reason to get some of your mother pilau, you know.
I will ask if she is cooking pilau and see what she says.
You know, you could probably do, since it's a family trip and the car probably full, you could just drop off a pilau for me.
No, she's driving herself, she said.
All right, so who dropping it?
She said after Friday, she doesn't want to drive with me anymore.
Well, that rocket ship you're moving in now. The only thing you don't do is talk, yes? But no, who dropping the pilau?
I don't know. Somebody said something about pilau.
So
that's the Commonwealth Games. Remember, guys, if you can are able to and are living in Trinidad or Tobago, please go out and support. It's a nominal fee. It's $50 for adults and it's free for children under 18. Right? It takes place at the National Cycling Center in Couva, the National Aquatic Center in Couva, the Hasty Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain, and at various facilities across Tobago. I can't remember all of them.
All right.
And I don't want to call the wrong facility.
Yeah, you know, wrong name does get people in trouble.
And also parking in the wrong spot on the harbor is getting in trouble too.
Pardon? Pardon? We're talking about Watakanda?
Like, honestly, what killed me with that video is the gentleman that swam across the dock with him. Aquaman reaching up.
Michael B. Phelps?
This man swim to get in the rabbit.
Oh, my word. Lord have mercy. Better we laughed than we cry, yes?
Yeah. But for me, that's actually a very serious situation. It's a lot more serious than a lot of the memes that I've been seeing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a lover of a quality meme. I love a great meme.
Yeah, bro.
But oh gosh, we take some things too far.
You know what I've noticed? That the Trini mentality of making light of serious situations as a way of coping with the depth of emotion one might experience apparently is an international thing. It is international. The quality of memes that we have seen based on that
you see the one with the fella with the folding chair spinning like a lightsaber?
No, I haven't seen that one. But I just saying in terms of the it was difficult to watch because it actually boiled down to a case that it didn't really matter at a point in time who was right, who was wrong, where the advantage was, anything like that. It was just literally, you look like me, I'm fighting for you. And that
is like WrestleMania.
That has some very, very, very dangerous undertones. So
yeah. But with that being said, you mentioned the fact that coping with the stresses of life, some persons turn to creating memes. All right. I think that's the perfect opportunity for us to segue into our first segment tonight. My favorite segment, your favorite segment, WTF, What the France.
Men of a certain age, what have you been doing to take care of yourself, mentally and physically? I ask because quite recently 2 men I've known almost my entire life died from what otherwise would have been completely preventable circumstances, one mental and one physical. And another now has to make some pretty drastic lifestyle changes so that he himself does not meet an early end and leave behind his young family. So I'll ask again, what have you been doing to take care of yourself? Have you been eating well? Exercising regularly? Have you been talking to someone if you have mental health issues? Have you been going for your annual physical? Don't wait on a health scare to start taking care of yourself. Take in front. I've said before that health is wealth, so start investing in yours today. Your life is worth it. What the France?
Thank you very much, France. You know, shockingly, yesterday morning when I was getting dressed to go to work, I'll finally back out to work after a week. Yesterday morning I was getting dressed and I don't know what moved me after my morning prayer to just randomly ask in a group that I have with my brethren if everybody is mentally okay. I don't know what moved me to ask that question.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you have the opportunity to, check in on your brethren. Encourage your brethren to go for that medical. I remember Keegs encouraged me.
Hey, big up man like Keegs. I was minding my business and my sister messaged me. She said, Caro, I'm in a wedding and the MC is a guy called Keegs. He is very funny. He's doing an excellent job. And I'm thinking, well, yes, Keegs is a boss, but I guess she recognized him from having sat on a couple panels that we've had and being the subject of several interviews and contributions. And I just bigging up Keegs, same way that people, you art noticed, sir. Thou art noticed. And he's actually one of the reasons I stopped MCing, because I realized that there are way more talented people. The man could sing, he's smart, he's funny, and he could dress, right? I could do karaoke. All right. Funny, I mean, like situationally, but I don't have it put on like that. And I definitely do have the kits that he has. So I just say, yeah, big up you and all who doing what it takes to get these jobs done to commemorate people's special events. So big up you, Keith.
You know, as I said that, I think if or when I'm getting married, Keys will be my host, but I'll get married close to Christmas.
You're right, so you can get the tunes.
I could get it tunes. He could come and sing, "Come by you, she can't come by you."
But and you want to do what the neighbor them doing?
Nobody will pay me.
I want to do what the neighbor them doing.
I don't want to do what my neighbor them is doing, honestly.
You ain't getting in that, man.
They don't live there. That is exactly why I don't want to do it, because they don't live there.
Wow. You know, something else, Aaron, as you say, you don't know why you ask the guys about the mental health, but part of it is habit now. And I definitely want to acknowledge the fact that we have been contributing to moving the needle a little bit, so that the idea of having a mental health conversation, I know some people probably fed up with it, oh God, I'm on this mental health thing again, but at the end of the day, we are advocates, and this is an important part, because men particularly are now learning how to communicate the things that they are feeling, and hopefully it will help reduce the number of violent outcomes that we see because they can't. Right, so big up you for that. And I also want to acknowledge Sunday evening I had the pleasure of attending Stand Up Down South, right? Simidi Trini's birthday concert, what is it called, a comedy show? Yeah, birthday comedy show. And it was one of the funniest. It was one of the, I've not laughed like that in years. Here, put your hand down. Don't do that. Let me just say, she took the platform and the opportunity to have a very cathartic discussion about the way people respond to, challenging and traumatic situations. So it's good to see that mental health is becoming a part of multiple forms of delivery system. Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
That's why when I had your parents never tell you to wear hats inside.
It is a cricket accessory, Aaron. This is for emphasis.
Emphasis.
Yes, emphasis.
So why didn't wear a hat to match your bed tonight?
No, I swore I'm never wearing white hats again. I wore a white cap and was in the front row of the comedy show. And apparently when you wear white in dark rooms, it gives comedians a focal point. So big up man like Junior Lee. Yeah, doggy. Hilarious dude. Very witty, very quick with it. But yeah, the man say that yeah, I'm the worst kind of people in the universe, boy, because I have hair and wearing a hat. And then he proceeds to take off his hat and show us a bald head that is smoother than yours, Aaron. He said that's why he wearing a hat, so he had no idea why I was wearing one. And there were a couple other exchanges over the course of the evening. Big up man like S. Ramsey too, and Kevin Sawyer, and oh god, it was quite a show. It's quite a show. But again, it was an amazing evening. I laugh. I didn't realize how much I needed a good laugh. So congratulations to me, and next year, God willing, when you have a show, I will be there, and again front row. Maybe this time less conspicuous. Yes.
Without a hat.
Yeah. What was your Sunday like, Aaron, Mr. Williams?
Well, my Sunday, it was spent at a lovely family gathering yesterday morning, and thereafter I don't want to say privileged, but I was afforded the opportunity to be the online host for Pan Ecstasy at Skiffle's Panyard on the Coffee, where it featured 5 top bands from the South Central region of Pan Trinbago and the Pan community in Trinidad and Tobago. Tornadoes that hail from Point Fortin, Sand City from Carib Street in San Fernando, NGC Couva Joylanders from Railway Road in Couva, my band that I don't hide this bias for whatsoever, NLCB Fun Clip, and Heritage Petroleum Skiffle. Here in Ricardo, the show was in honor of the late great Ken Professor Fillmore. Right? And the most fitting end was Fonclair, then VAT 19 Fonclair, now NLCB Fonclair, playing Pan by Storm, the half-point tune.
One of the biggest contentions in Trinidad.
Yeah, it remains. I don't think that will ever die. Not like Jumbo talking about Lara 166.
Listen, hey, Jumbo, bless your soul, you know, but way boy. Apparently, it's not really cricket. You have not really gone to cricket until you quarrel with somebody about cricket.
I'm trying to understand that 166, where that come from, Ricardo, right?
Hey, it's a lot of cricket the man watch over the years. It is easy for him to get some of his numbers confused.
Yeah, but
I can tell people what you say that study rap.
Remember, this is Pan Month here in Trinidad and Tobago, where we honor our national instrument, the only acoustic instrument invented in the 20th century, and the United Nations declared the 11th of August World Steel Pan Day. And you know we love to commemorate our culture here in Trinidad and Tobago. So come 12 noon on Friday, we head to Woodford Square in Port of Spain. We will have single pan bands, 11 single pan bands. I had time to call out the names?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Chord Masters, the original Woodbrook Modernaires, Nostrand Symphony, Unistars, Jar Roots, Steel Band, Pan Angels, La Romaine Super Vibes, Worldwide, Marsicons, Royal Stars Pan Symphony, and Pan Elite. That's from 12 noon. 11 bands. And then from 5 p.m., they feature the top 8 conventional steel bands. Let me tell you. The National Steel Symphony Orchestra, BP Renegades, Massey Trinidad All-Stars, Heritage Petroleum Skiffle, Desperados, First Citizen Supernovas, Hardcore Phase 2 Pan Groove, and Nutrient Silver Stars. You know what's the most important thing about that show on Friday, Carlo?
What's that?
It is free. I don't know why we just say free 3 times.
It's free
But
99.
it is free.
That's what we're talking about. So those, when you turn and them getting little cabin fever and say they want to go out, you can't use the fact that you have no money as a reason to not carry them.
And watch me, it's in Woodford Square, so you can pack a picnic basket with some pilau, with coleslaw, or potato salad, or macaroni salad, some kind of salad, and have some fresh inside there too. All right, and then head on down to Woodford Square on Friday. Now, also on the 23rd of August, it's Pan and Powder the Parade. It starts from City Hall in Port of Spain at 5 p.m. Let me tell you the route. It goes, that's not, you know, he's had a zoom on these phones now. It goes from City Hall, up Pembroke Street, across Keith Street, and up Frederick Street to the Savannah. Bring your bottle of powder, chip, and dance to the sweet songs of Pan. Starts at 5 p.m. And Cardo, you know it's the most important part?
The price.
Tell me the price.
It's looking like free 99. Free 99. That is free 99.
Not $3.99, no. Free.
Free with a F as in fun, clear. Free with a F as no. Let me use something relevant to the free as in Frederick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, oh God, you're an oh God, don't know about that. I know we wasn't on air last week, but I haven't forgotten all the protocols. Come on, right, sir.
Just making sure. Nah, but guys, this is Pan Month. This is our culture. This is our instrument. If you can, go out and support the steel pan, guys.
You have so many options to support steel pan. Look, we just call out how much did we call out there already, right? At least three opportunities to support Pan this month.
Two. One Friday and 2 Fridays from. Go out and support, guys.
Oh yes, correct is right.
All right.
Yeah.
If you can, please go. I want to shout out the South Central Division of Pan Trinbago for putting together yesterday's show. It was a really nice show. It was really good to see all the Pan people come out. Real good to see the Pan people come out.
Yeah. Hey, you know who I want to shout out to? I want to shout out our segment contributors, Dana Tanku with Please on Tanku, and Richard Williams with Willie with a Y. They do great work, make awesome contributions. And I like to tell you, I miss having the voices inside. So bless up on yourself. And
we really have had a packed program over the past month or so. So yeah, we're really thankful to have them back, and we look forward to continuing to work with them for their contributions and their input on very prominent, pertinent, and real social issues.
all I saying is that the R in Richard is for Rab. Right? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
This man is the minister of social media, you know.
You know, as we talk in the Ministry of Social Media, over this past weekend, social media was alight.
As in lit up?
It was lit.
As in
comments, reposts, retweets. I don't know what that kind of thing he is doing. But plenty posts.
Shares and reshares.
Shares, yeah, thanks. Shares of our opposition leader and some of the comments that she would have made on the platform. While some of these comments being made are echoes of some factors of society, I don't think that this is the forum for those kinds of statements. Because we live in a highly hypocritical culture, a cantankerous culture, where the slightest slip, the slightest out of time in comment, the slightest misuse of the parlance will get dragged as opposed to the message being spread. And that's me putting it politely. And I try real hard to put that polite.
You realize all I'm saying is
because I don't understand how all of a sudden there's a division of the political scheme here in Trinidad and Tobago that decided to take a look at these actions and these words as misuse of public office.
Pardon?
And there's now an investigation into the words that were spoken.
What? Or you know what? I will reserve.
Just say okay. Just say okay. I gotta take the flak for this one. Because it really puzzles me, Kat.
You know, my issues, as usual, with the hypocrisy of our commentary. And even if I've never used...
I'm a hopeful hypocrite, just
fair enough. And I'm a hypocritic, right? As far as I see it, there has been language that has been inflammatory, condescending, divisive. There's been all types of language bandied around by politicians in every level of platform, whether it's on their social media, whether it's from a political platform representing either their personal opinions or that of their organizations.
I can add to that.
Go ahead. How about this, sir? How about
whether it's within someone's comments or someone's inbox after they commented on a post.
Right. We are very well aware of the crikey, mate. We're very well aware of the commentary that runs within WhatsApp groups across the country. We're very well aware of the commentary that runs within the bars and in the hotel conference rooms and in even in classrooms and the homes across the country. I am not going to endorse the choice of tagline. I'm not going to endorse I'm not even getting involved in this whole right to bear arms and stand your ground and all those types of things. I'm not getting in that, right? Because you know what? I have not applied for IFUL. I have no intentions of applying for one. However, I've never been in a situation where had I had one, it would have changed the way that things have gone. So I'm not faulting anybody for wanting. I'm not faulting anybody for looking at the archaic laws that we have in this place. I'm not faulting anybody for calling for reform. I'm not faulting anybody for calling for standing ground. I'm not faulting anybody for the stance that they take. All I'm asking is that we use our platforms as responsibly as possible, because there are people who are going to use the fact that you've made a type of contribution as a sledgehammer to continue driving our wedge in something that we're supposed to be trying to repair. So that is my whole contribution on that.
I respect that view, Ricardo. I really do respect that view, and I reiterate and I say it with my chest. Not that Columbus lied, but
Didn't do that this week.
yeah, we didn't do that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that when you have a platform, please use it constructively.
Yeah.
Right? Because there are a lot of young and impressionable minds,
Mm-hmm.
and some even older and impressionable minds that there's just thank you.
Mm-hmm.
As Glenn said, it's just reused without care or caution.
Yeah.
Right? One thing I will always say, if even somebody has written a speech for you, I beg that you fact check it. And also ensure that the names of the references are correct.
But then what's the point of having somebody write a speech for you if you have to fact check and proofread yourself? But you just write a speech?
And that's actually a really good point as well.
Yeah. Well, if you have a speechwriter,
Yeah, good one.
the speechwriter should have a fact checker / proofreader.
Yeah. Don't just use chat GPT.
Ooh.
And if you're using chat GPT, remember to remove best caption option from it.
All right.
Yeah.
Because there's
Don't
not
let
just
people- yeah, don't just copy and paste.
right.
Yeah, because I won't lie, y'all would not like if I am quoting, if I'm writing a speech and I'm going to say the greatest love song ever, Fast Wine, was written by Michelle Montano.
Right. Remember, AI is still learning, huh?
Yeah, but we also know that Fast Wine is the greatest love song ever written by Marshall Montano.
All I saying is Dingle is the greatest love song ever. I'm just saying.
Fast
Okay.
Wine.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you love, eh? I love culture. You probably love whining fastly.
That just didn't mark us correctly. I actually just find, again, I don't want to start the words, but the sweetest melanin. Oh my, anyway.
Anyway, I ain't getting that with you. See, when you go into sweet boy mode, let me rock back and let me let love live.
Yeah, satin shoot something.
Yeah, boy. Listen, you sweat at all in our boat ride? Oh, that shirt was keeping you cool. All I'm saying is you don't need the cool side of the pillow. You on that shirt.
I was the cool side of the pillow.
Yeah, anywhere that satin should touch is the cool side. Well played, sir. Yeah, man. And we had a very interesting week in terms of just the absurdity of some of the things that happen. It is apparently aliens are real, according to U.S. Congress releasing files, and there's Alabama action, the boat ride brawl, and
After I watched Men in Black, I knew aliens were real.
I didn't know that the AK in the very popular Russian assault rifle stood for something so local. It's just so many anti-K, right? Auntie K. But we've had a very interesting week. It raised my eyebrows and a lot. Oh my gosh, it had so many other. There was so many issues we didn't even touch on here. The response to home invasions lately. There was one particular issue where the spouse of a FUL holder.
Oh yes, that honestly, that's going to make a very interesting court case.
That is definitely going to be precedent setting, and most likely it's going to lead to some form of legislative.
Yeah, I look forward to that case, and I look forward to the outcome of that case, because that's going to be a very important case study going forward in the history of our country.
Yes. There was the unfortunate loss of life of a South businesswoman.
Yes. One other issue that came up in this week was the proposed refurbishment of the Palo Seco Velodrome. They're Trinidad and Tobago. Sport is a very serious industry. And if we only continue to focus on economic growth on oil and gas, are we truly diversifying our economy? If we did not build the sporting facilities in Couva, the aquatic center and the cycling center, do you think we would have been well equipped to host this Commonwealth Games? Do you understand the level of foreign exchange that is being brought into our shores right now because of this Commonwealth Games? But you are telling me that refurbishing a velodrome is a poor economic investment? We should look to go and build a plant down there.
I acknowledge the economic contribution, right? But I would also like people to look at one of the social contributions of sport, particularly sport amongst the youth and the communities. The sheer number of scholarships that become available to young people and the families that they are in because of athletics allows for many of our prominent and contributing members of society to pursue education in arenas and from places that they probably would not have been able to otherwise.
You know that a few of our athletes are offered scholarships to Jamaica. Not just the United States of America, you know. Jamaica. High schools in Jamaica are snapping up our young athletes and taking them and either a family member or taking them by themselves under their care and their tutelage to offer them a greater opportunity of education in exchange for their athletic talent.
On that note,
So
pin. Adrian Palmer, physiotherapist, is doing some great work with, I believe, the Ministry of Sport, where they're trying to actually start hosting students under scholarships. We'll get a little more information on that particular project, and we should probably have him in to discuss that. So is it in support of what it is you're talking about, and ironically enough is a Jamaican leading it. So what we gonna do? Love you, Jamaica. Hey, happy belated Independence Day.
Independence, Jamaica.
Bless up. So sorry to unpin as you will.
No, that was the end of my point.
Oh, all right. I pinned on.
So I didn't want to go into the social aspect just yet. I just wanted to stick with the economic aspect.
Right. But you know the economic aspect is, Aaron?
What's that?
There are families that have the first person to get a degree coming through sport.
Because of football or because of running.
And netball and basketball.
Big up the female netball.
Right? What I'm saying is that you looking at sports and you thinking, well, it's not immediately contributing to the bottom line. But there are so many professionals who are Trini or Caribbean that get scholarships through sport to pursue careers, to be able to come back home and contribute, to be able to, even if they don't come back home, to be able to contribute financially to the families that's still there. What I'm saying is, ease way up. The majority of professionals that I know, right, who outside and doing big things and trying to bring Trinidad and Tobago up to speed, so many of them started with sports scholarships. And even if they didn't go on to become professional athletes, they used the opportunity to level up. Come on, man.
A prime example, Levi Garcia.
I hear Levi doing it wet.
And I'm going to say, as the young people say, wetter than wet.
Yeah. And
With that being,
let me just use a reference that some of the older heads might be a little more familiar with. Well, you know Shaka Hislop, who's not just a goalkeeper, but also went on to do, I believe it was aeronautical engineering or something like that. You know Shaka Hislop, who only races on board for world football. Shaka Hislop, who is a sports journalist. Shaka Hislop, who is an internationally recognized name for the work that he's doing. And you know what? We know Shaka through sport. Let us give generations that come in the opportunity to be known for the work that they've done that started with sport. Let me stop fight the future now. Where you go.
and this is my last comment because we are now perilously close to the end of tonight's program.
Word a word.
Let us give the youth the opportunity to excel in the areas that they enjoy. Not everybody is supposed to be an engineer, a lawyer, and a doctor.
LEDs, boy. LEDs. Lawyer, engineer, doctor.
Yeah.
All we know.
That's all we know. Watch Keyshawn Walcott, Nicholas Paul, the young man that just won the first gold medal for Trinidad in the Commonwealth Games in swimming. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now.
Good.
But there are so many young persons excelling in sport. Sana Frederick and her twin sister, who ironically went on scholarship to Jamaica.
I mean, Jamaica is kind of like a mecca of
track and field.
Well, sport and academic development. Playing talk bad manners. Jamaica in front.
Right?
And I don't mean in front of us. I just mean Jamaica is leading generally.
Yeah, because they take athletics very seriously.
And national identity.
As somebody told me recently, athletics is a way out of poverty for many individuals in Jamaica.
Yeah, but for many individuals in Trinidad too, people.
Remember we talking about Jamaica, so I will just stop there. I will stop mistaking.
I hear you, but it's not Jamaican and them quarreling about Palo Seco grounds. Right? What I'm saying is, oh gosh, these so many people who go outside and establish themselves in the careers and in the athletics are changing the communities that they come from.
Yeah, man.
Right? So let us, as we approaching things like Independence and Republic Day and all of these wear your red, white, and black thing, let me put a little bit of that in our hearts too now.
I want to say, we are approaching the 2 days of the year where the part-time patriotic paradigm is most prevalent.
Right.
I beg that for 2023 we increase those 2 days to at least 4.
You know what, Aaron? Achievable.
And in 2024 we go to 8.
You have more patience on me. But you know what? Exponential growth. It's going to take that long.
Exactly. So guys, that is the end of it tonight. Ricardo is going to air the last over of the cricket.
Yes. Edited for language.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that to because boy.
Hey, I hope, and you know what? I shoot him a shot here. I hope somebody who knows Jason Holder personally sends this to him. Sir, I am desperate to be able to confidently support you with as much vigor as I did several years ago. Right? I loving what it is I see. And hey, big up Hitmaya too. Whoever your fitness coach is, big up you, sir.
Yeah, boy.
Hitmaya is performing and dropping off some of that success rate.
Exceptional fitness, right?
Oh God, don't do that, because now you're looking to get people sued, right? Because maybe he's not. and then they could say that. Anyway, Jason Holder, sir, I would love to celebrate you as much as I respect you. All right, big man, take the second round, please. It was the last ball of our T20. Nobody cared whether or not you got out. At least go for the second round. It would have shown us that your heart was in it more than your head in it now. Oh, go up. Don't do that now. Don't do that. You see how close that game come? Anyway.
Understand the frustration.
And
I
just
think
know
the entire stadium shared that level of
a
frustration.
collective groan, you know. But anyway, just know that if you're listening, we'd love to interview you too. Yeah,
I'd actually love to interview Nicholas Pura.
You know what, Aaron? Somebody who listening knows somebody who know. And we could get some of these guys on because I would love to be able to wear my hat again and hopefully get one of them.
Pura, when they come with 2 jerseys.
2 jersey. And big up Nicky P Dog.
Yeah, the man, you see, he has put in the work over the past couple of years and it's come to fruition, all right? So, guys, I remind you that culture is my code. Yours truly, DJ Aaron 868, and I tell you that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know that you love them, all right?
This is Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage on the global stage. Thanking you guys for joining us in the living room. Hey, big up you, right? And remember that the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. Aaron, who up next?
Honestly, I don't know if Mr. Desmond back from Caribana as yet. So keep it locked to the True Nation station. Don't change that app.
Is it when they tell them how come back? That's all right. Oh, 904? Remember how wicked went first ball? What is one? Richard! This is the most important ball of the innings.
Let's go on 143. 145